We're going to have ourselves a good time, but as always, I am not alone.
Version of the haunted hayride at Griffin, which sucks. That's not even a haunted house experience.
So you're a snob as well. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
We have these dueling challenges. Like, I just put in $7, Dad. You're up. Like, this is weird.
She's way cooler than me. Just way more.
Your mom is pretty badass.
Night in Bangkok and number.
When I've been buzzed, I've been told I have them hips. Is a taco a sandwich?
No, that's not. No.
That's where I draw the line.
It's an Oreo casserole. That's what it is.
That does not sell at all. I don't want a cookie casserole. Like, you tell me you eat sweet stuff, but like you never run fat. Like,
I got a girdle. That's what holds it. Hold it all together.
I when it comes to fear factor, I'll walk over a Kohl's, but don't tell me to hold a dog or a baby.
Really?
What? We got Evan Max saying LeBron.
Like, I'm living my life. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I mean, that's what we do. And so that's why I date younger people.
I'm swerve. Ladies and gentlemen, we are broadcasting live from the Treehouse. It is What's Up Flobo After Hours, and this guy is Flobo. Thank you so much for tuning into the show, the slice of late night comedy, live every Monday night at 10 p.m. Pacific and 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern on the East Coast. Want to give a shout out to everyone on the Facebook, on the Twitter, on the YouTube, and Twitch. Please, if you're on Twitch especially, hit me with that follow. If you got questions from my guest today, make sure you say that in the comments. I can read them. I will post them. I'll definitely answer them. But before I get to our guest, just want to say that this show is made possible by members of the Boisterous crew. That is people over there making it happen over on the Patreon. That's patreon.com/FloboBoys, and you can unlock bonus content. So I want to give a shout out once again to Christopher C, Christy H, ACH, Edric P, Oliver E, Matthew C, and Lindsay U. You guys make this show a reality. But as always, I am not alone. My guest tonight, fresh off of humiliating me in front of everyone on his live show, is someone I got to know during the great pandemic of 2020. He's a host, producer, apparently a matchmaker, and a purveyor of what he calls tiki-talks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of the daytime talk show, More Please, Tony Moore. How's it going, sir? How you doing?
I already see how this is going.
What?
What's the audacity for you to say that I embarrassed you earlier.
I said humiliated. That's different.
Embarrassed, humiliated, it's all in the same family. They all live in the same house. The audacity. Sorry, hold on. Hi, everybody.
Want to give a shout out to people in the chat right now. Haywood Wong, Kirsten Marie, Mark, what's good? Haywood Wong, also, I don't know, you have lots of questions. Haywood Wong, it's all cool. And those on Twitch, I see you as well. Continue, man. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
You know, I've been better, man. You've
been better. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Well, if you guys don't know this, I have been selected, handpicked by Tony Moore to be on the production team for season 2 of More Please. I definitely want to highlight, because I always want to get more on the producing side, being able to push the buttons and corral talent. That's great. But I got a call from Tony. He was like, hey, man, I'm looking for single guys. I'm like, for what? He's like, I'm doing a dating show called Mutual Friend, which you can see right now. The episode aired earlier today on More Please, which you should probably see this. Well, so I was a contestant, a single man on this dating game show, and I was at the will, at the behest of Tony Moore. Under duress.
I had nothing to do with it. I just asked you to be a part of it.
I know, and it happened. I had to drink after and during it to survive it. Walk me through this, man. I understand that your plan was definitely to crumble my self-esteem, but before that, why did you decide to do Mutual Friend on More Please?
So I've actually had the idea for a Mutual Friend for quite some time, and with the new platform of More Please, I was like, oh, this is a great platform to test out my show, Mutual Friend. And so we actually did it last season with my friend Terry, and I brought in my other friends, James, Neil, and Marcus, to be matches for him. And then when this season came, I was like, I need someone, but I didn't know who I was going to pick until I was on Zoom with my best friend from college. Her name is Kim. You met her earlier. And
I did.
And I was like, oh, she would be great. And so I selected Kim as the main dater, and then I was trying to find people who I thought would be a great match for her. And you were actually one of the first people that I thought of.
Was it because I was a good match or because I was around?
No, it's because actually you were a good match. I know and can tell your vibe and your energy would match hers. It's not because you were available. Listen, the person who made it onto the show at 10 a.m. this morning, who just so happened to be a vibe as well, now that was like a please make sure this works moment. Because I needed one more. The struggle was real.
Yeah, well, if you guys haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil everything, but I've been crushed and I've been drinking ever since. So not really.
You have not been. Why? Okay.
I'm gonna get you to the big screen. Go ahead. Why? What?
No, I'm asking you the question. Like, why do you feel like you were crushed?
Oh wait. Well, welcome to More Please After Hours. No, you know what? Look, it's a weird thing because we have this connection with our former. I don't want to say employer because we all work pro bono. We didn't get paid. We all have a connection with our previous network, right? And so there is I'm a firm believer, especially with people of color, with our female curators, with people in part of different communities, whether it be first generation Americans or LGBTQ, help each other out. We're all trying to get out in the same out there. We're trying to put ourselves up. So.
Yes.
On a content level, I was all about helping you. And I think that's what I told James when I was crying into him on the phone after the show. But I can tell you one thing, man. It is really surreal to be on a dating show, just being yourself and having a chat, be like, he faked. Is that his voice? Girl, you better cut him. I'm like, yo, my mom raised you right, y'all. I'm a good person. And on top of that, I was getting questions like, what's the meaning of love and what's religion? And homeboy got, what's a book you read? That's not right, Tony.
Listen,
the deck was stacked.
Okay, but here's the thing. Let's start at the beginning. Number one, I, Tony Moore, will never ask someone to do something unless I feel like they're fully capable and
That's true.
And fully like right for what it is that I'm doing. Yeah. So when I asked you to be, because you were the first one, you were the first person that I thought of for my friend Kim, and it's because the thing is that, and like I was telling Kim afterwards, because we chatted afterwards as well. I was like, her and I are very much alike in a lot of ways. Kim and I, we met each other in college. We lived together. So like we know each other and we continue to know each other. And I also know that she is just a very chill, like easygoing, funny, intelligent, socially aware, like type of person. And I needed someone that would be the same. And so when I thought of as I was thinking of the people, I was like, oh, Flobo has that. Like Flobo is very chill. He's very easy. He's very ambitious. He's smart. He's in the age category that she's looking for. I was like, this could be a match. So yeah, I mean, there was like no like, oh, he's straight and like, you know, this will work. There was actually a lot of thought that went into picking people. Even the 10 a.m. selection this morning, there was still thought behind that.
I'm only teasing you, man, because a lot of things are out of your hands, that's just love. But I'm just saying, being on the show, it was surreal to see people break it down based on a voice.
And those people, I know the people who were probably like, going in and stuff. Take that with a grain of salt. Like, it's whatever.
Okay. But that aside, though, I mean, Tony Moore was a show that, it is a show that has your name and brand all over it. Took a bit of a hiatus over the holiday break, but it's back now. Some tweaks are different. A lot of things are the same. Walk me through the idea. Has it hit your expectations? What you're planning on doing with the show? Just let me know what you're feeling right now with it. Well,
actually, this show actually started about a year ago, right before the pandemic, as a podcast. As I was looking at my repertoire of things, I was like, I don't have something that's non-video. So I came up with the concept of More Please to be more of a podcast where I would take the conversations that I had with friends and put them in a podcast format. So how it started out, it was there was still like Tony's Take. Ooh, you is fancy. There was still Tony's Take, but I always had someone with me with Tony's Take. And then there was always just like a general discussion, finding love in a unique way. And I had my friend Megs, whose husband, she was actually matched with her husband through a friend of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my other friend, her name was Megan. She was on the reality show Flirty Dancing that was on Fox that I was like obsessed with. So we talked about that. I had my roommate and his friends that they do. They had I forgot the name of the show, but I had them come on to talk about defining masculinity. So there were all these like different topics that we would talk about, and then COVID hit, and I actually was talking about COVID on the podcast, and I was like, why are we talking about this? Like, it's not going to last that long. Like, we'll be in this for a few weeks. Then Corona really hit, and so with that, my podcast was shut down. And then in the midst of like, the quarantine and stuff, I wanted to bring it back, so I decided to bring it back in a web show format, and still keep a lot of the same elements, but really like now it's like video. So that's the long-winded answer of how
it's
more.
It's not long-winded if it's the truth, man. I like the fact that even despite the challenges of trying to pull an audience on a weekly show at a unique time, especially on the West Coast, it's like 4:30 p.m., which had there not be a pandemic, I would say it's still work time. But what is work, bro?
Right.
But how's it going? I mean, you're about 2 episodes in this new season. I mean, is it on track for what you're looking for? Or
I mean, where I am with it, as long as I'm creating, then yes, it's on track.
Yeah.
If people are tuning in, then it's on track. If it's 2 people, if it's 5. If it's 13,000, just as long as I'm creating and making the content that I like to make and making sure that it's the best that it can be, then I'm winning.
I'm winning. When's the last time Tony Moore felt like he was winning? Every day.
Today at 10 a.m. when I found the last guy to participate in the mutual friend.
So let me ask you this: is it going to be like a permanent segment or recurring segment? Never again. Where does it stand at for today?
No, it will probably not return until next season.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it'll be a thing that pops up each season. We've done it for this season already, so it probably won't pop up again until next.
Fair enough.
Which
is cool. I like the fact that Tony. More Please airs every Monday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, and this guy gets to work the board. So it's like, hey, it's all good.
Yes, which I thoroughly appreciate because there was some things that happened at the end of last season, and so here we are.
You fighting people? What's going on?
No, I'm not fighting. I mean, it's I was working with a production company, and they didn't want to move forward with More Please because I guess it didn't meet their expectations. Mm-hmm. And in true Tony Moore form, I was upset. I sat on it for a bit, and I said, I know how to do this.
Yeah,
I can figure this out. I just now need somebody to press the buttons.
That's what's up.
Insert Flobo.
just create, man. So we gotta do it. Create until some of us gets over it. Then help us all out.
Exactly.
We got some questions from the chat. Haywood Wong asks, question for Tony: would you submit your reel to be the next host of Jeopardy?
Absolutely not. I am not smart enough for that.
You got to be smart to be a game show host.
Jeopardy. Like you have to at least appear to be smart.
You appear to be smart.
Listen, looks are deceiving. I honestly think that Ken Jennings would be the perfect replacement host, only because I was a clapper for the show Masterminds.
I was on that show. I was a contestant.
Were you really?
Yeah, back in February
of last year.
No, 2020. It was last year. Sorry, it feels like it's one long year. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was before me. That was when they were in the studio, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Radford?
Yes.
CBS, yeah.
Yes. So then they filmed again towards the end of last year. And I was hired to be an audience warm-up, but I was clapping. And so I saw Ken on a daily, and I think that he has not only a great personality, but he also has a history with Jeopardy as being the all-time champion of Jeopardy. So I think it's just a nice transition because I think people who play Jeopardy and are contestants of Jeopardy have a respect for him.
Yeah.
And so I think that it would be nice to have him as a replacement.
Fair enough. I'm in the same boat. Actually, on my episode, which is called Trivia Smarts and Sidewalk Surfing. If you guys can find that one, tag me because I'm trying to find it. They don't help you out after you record it. Another game show I lost. Spoiler. Another question from Candace Mack says, if you could be a superhero, who would you be and why?
Who would I be? It's not that I know many superheroes. Storm comes to mind.
Ooh.
I
royalty.
always liked, the fact that like she could stand outside and like her eyes glosses over and wind starts happening and all that kind of stuff. And then also she has like very nice long hair and like a cape and a skin tight thing. So yeah.
Most of them have skin tight things. That's kind of like par for the course.
Well, yeah.
Sherman Cox says, Smash and Minds is my favorite show. In fact, I did a What's Up Flobo classic about being a contestant because I did a Craigslist ad for it. And do you like trivia? I'm like, yeah. And I roll in there like, I like trivia. And they had like a mix. Basically actors who just are there. Like trivia grandmasters who have played Jeopardy. Like it was a real mix. And I was like, why did they think I would be a good idea? But somehow I got on the show. And I
Masterminds is hard, but it's one of those things like if you don't get it right away, you have to really think about it and really decipher the question in order to figure it out.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm good. I was looking because that's actually my second game show. I was on 25 Words or Less. So the fact I got to be on two game shows.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was back when we were doing the 6-week preview. Like they were trying to see if it would be a thing. I was in the first group of there. I got to meet Meta Fiera. She smells like clouds. It's great, man. It was a good experience.
I did a run through for that show.
Are you on game shows or just do like accessory work? I feel like it's kind of.
I'm on game shows, but I also get called in before they start taping as they're developing to be a run through contestant. So sometimes they have to like test out the show to see like if it makes sense, like how's it played, and everything like that before they actually bring in contestants. And so I've been doing that for a few years now. So yeah.
That's what's up. This is a follow up there. Sherman says the game show host claims they don't know the answers. The kid doesn't have the answers, which is true. And Diego Katabi says, Tony does amazing work on Dish and Days. Now let's talk about this. Because not only are you host of a show, you're host of a franchise that celebrated 6 years, which is like a billion like years in digital content at all. Dish and Days, Days of Our Lives. I mean, well, two questions. What was the idea to start it? And what was the idea to keep it going with the obvious stimulus that happened to it over the past year?
So it started because I have been a fan of Days of Our Lives since I was 14. Then I started going to soap events that featured a lot of the actors. And then I started hosting those events. So being at the digital network that we were at, I saw that there was no after show for any of the soaps. And so I figured, well, number one, I'm a fan of the show. Number two, I know all of the actors. This will be easy. I just need to find hosts who know the show and can talk about it and know the history of the show. And thus, Dish and Days was born with myself, Mark J. Freeman, and Peter Ramos were the original hosts. We later saw James Lott Jr. become a permanent host, followed by Michael Mattis, Tammy Govea. Before Michael Mattis, Matthew Evan Payne, Michael Mattis, Tammy Govea, Chelsea Overrocker, and now Justin Harold and Araceli.
And so as it grew and grew, I mean, there was the pause of the 2020 thing and whatever that is. The decision to keep it going under the same name, like, was that like a well thought decision kind of a thing, or do you try to like juggle the options, or it was like, hey, this franchise was built too much, we have to use it? Like, why did you? Like, what was the decision there to keep that brand going?
Well, it was ours. Like, that wasn't created at the digital network. We created that. We created the name. We created our format. We created our segments. Like, that show was our creation. Well, my creation, but
Yeah.
And so the decision to keep it going was for the fans, because Days of Our Lives was the only soap opera that had new episodes during the pandemic. And there were a lot of big storylines that were coming up. And it was like, there's no way in the world that we cannot do the show, because we've created a space that allowed people to come and discuss this show freely every Sunday. So we couldn't just stop that because other things were happening. So, I mean, for the past 6 years, it's always been a decision of like what to do with the show. In fact, I took a hiatus from the show for a second, just to refresh, regroup, clear my head. But anytime the decision, yes, for sure. Anytime the decision to move forward is always because of the fans.
Well, yeah, the fans will pull you back in, especially if someone hits you up and like, "Hey, you made my day," or what have you. That does give you, that does give you the bump.
Yeah.
Candace Mack has another question for you. If you can go back in time and talk to a 10-year-old innocent Tony Moore, what advice would you give him?
The fact that you said an innocent Tony Moore, as if there wasn't an innocent Tony Moore.
I felt it was implied when you say 10-year-old old. The fact that it was redundant is what I was saying. But please don't hurt me, man. But you're gonna ask game show.
He is so bitter.
Yes, I'm totally bitter.
Oh, we talk more about that. I have my own thoughts. I actually, during the pandemic, I did a show where I wrote a letter to my younger self. I wonder if I can. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I'm pretty sure I might still have it. But it was interesting what I wrote.
What, Dylan Matthews? I gotta watch Dylan's Our Lives. What's going on?
Let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. Shall I read it?
Please continue.
Okay. It says, Dear Tony, hey girl, here's that crystal ball you have been looking for. I know you have always wondered what your future will look like. You will not find the answers in the AOL psychic reading chat room. What I will tell you is that you are and remain a strong, independent, confident, ambitious young man. You already know exactly who you are. You've known that you were gay since you were 6, and that will not go away, even though you think that all boys are gay until they suddenly start liking girls. Not going to happen, boo. But don't be afraid to continue marching to the beat of your own drum. You have a light that shines bright, and many will appreciate you for that. You'll make others feel good by using your wit, sass, and a good Beyonce dance number. Don't worry, your hours of perfecting Tina Turner's Proud Mary will prep you for this. Life will present challenges that will make you feel less confident, lost, and not enough, but never forget who you are and all the things that make you unique. In the words of Karamo Brown, you are perfectly designed. You have a strong support system in your family and friends. They will always be there to guide you when you feel as though your light isn't shining as bright. Mom is your biggest cheerleader, and that tough conversation that you are dreading to have will be the easiest one yet. She already knows, and when you tell her, you'll laugh about the story forever. And I know you are wondering if you flew in on a helicopter to attend your 10-year high school reunion straight from the set of a film you were starring in, while the local news did a live report on if you were going to show up or not. Happened. It did not, but you are well on your way. Never forget who you are and continue to be proud of who you are. Love always, me. P.S. You are still single, so take more risks and your Prince Charming will come.
Aw. Well, has he come?
Hell no.
An emphatic no. Hell no.
No.
Yeah, that I've heard that exercise before, right? Writing stuff to your younger self, and I wouldn't know where to start. Because it was in all different directions, and the fact that you covered so much ground in such a short time, that's commendable. Maybe you should give me tips. Can I copy off of you?
No, I mean, you just have to start at the moment, like start in the present. Like, what do you know about yourself now that you want to reassure your younger self? Because that's why I started off with like, you know, the crystal ball and the AOL psychic chat rooms, because when I was younger, I used to always wish that there was a crystal ball that would let me know what my future would look like. And sometimes I went into the AOL, that's America Online, that's dial up for those people who don't know about the interwebs. This came after Prodigy. And I would always go in there hoping for a psychic to like tell me what my future would look like. So I am my crystal ball, and here it is.
Did you ever get to talk to an actual psychic just for funsies?
I have. I've talked to multiple, including like an energy reader. This January, last month, I talked to one. This is my birthday gift to myself.
Oh yeah, your birthday was recently. So let's talk about this because LA or California is in the 11th month of lockdown, more or less. So you had a quarantine birthday. How was that? What was that for you? What was you do the year before? Like how was it different?
The year before, I celebrated with a trip to San Francisco with a good friend of mine. This year, I told myself that I was going to do whatever it was that was going to make me happy. So I got up, I got dressed in a very cute outfit. I took myself to Crackle Barrel, where I purchased 2 meals.
Where is it? Where's Cracker Barrel here?
The one in Camarillo. It's 40 minutes away from North Hollywood. Gotcha. Yeah. See, I know these things. I then on the way back was talking to my friend that I went to San Francisco with last year. He said something's coming for you at 2 p.m. And so I was almost to my house. My roommate got it. He took a picture and he was like, "Is this for you?" My friend Stevenson, who was in Boston at the time, had surprised me with pizza from Domino's and 2 chocolate cakes. And I was like, this is perfect because I can have the Cracker Barrel now, save this one for tomorrow, and have a pizza party tonight, all planned out. Because I was like, I have all the food I want. I watched Coming to America because I love that movie.
It's a good one.
Yep. I then checked all of my happy birthday messages. And then that night I grabbed the wine and made a fire pit outside. And I had wine. I had cake. I baked my favorite cake, which is strawberry with rainbow chip frosting.
Oh, dang.
And I had wine. I talked to a friend on the phone. After 2 glasses of wine, that pizza came in handy. So I had pizza. I danced to the Stevie Wonder Happy Birthday version, Stevie Wonder's version of Happy Birthday, and blew out my candles. And then by midnight, I wrapped everything up, and that was my birthday.
Which wine goes best with birthdays?
For me, it's Moscato.
Oh, you like it sweet? Dope. Okay.
I do like it sweet.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I could. I'm not saying, I can't. But like,
well, I like sweet things. I mean, obviously, but
hey, it's low hanging fruit. I like sweet things usually, but when it comes to wine, it has to be dry because it goes right to the bottom of my stomach, and I'm just like, party's over. I can't.
Give me that good sweet. I like, and I bought one of those huge bottles of Barefoot Moscato, and I had like half of it for New Year's Eve, and then my birthday is 2 days later. On January 3rd. And so I saved the rest for them.
Wait, are you still in the combo gift zone at January 3rd or no?
With the what?
The combo gift zone where someone's like, oh, this is your birthday and your birthday.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
yes,
are you bitter about that?
Very, because here's the thing. Even though my birthday is like a week after Christmas or whatever, Flobo is dry. James
Cold.
Is so shady.
Cold.
I get the happy birthday, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, absolutely not. My birthday is January 3rd. I realize that it is after Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. But lucky for you, you have the entire month of January to refill up your bank account and get me my gift by January 31st.
Statistically speaking, January is the poorest month of the year. We all spent stuff. This is why everyone hates Valentine's Day, because we're out of money.
Yeah. But you're not going to be out of money on I didn't ask to be born January 3rd. It just so happened to where it lands. So if when's your birthday, Flobo?
June 25th.
Okay, do people say happy birthday and Merry Christmas to you on December 25th?
My half birthday is Christmas, so yeah. They do. They're like, oh, here, take it. It's your birthday. It's a half birthday.
But you also get something on your birthday.
People who love me, yeah.
See? So therefore, on January 3rd, I want my stuff too.
My brother's birthday is December 12th, and he's in the combo zone, and I just a pain in the butt because I think of it as 2 Christmas gifts. It's like on my Christmas list, I have my brother twice because you get combo gifts for Sagittariuses or what Capricorn?
Capricorn.
Yeah, y'all just bitter as heck. I don't know why. Y'all was like, it's not a combo gift. My birthday means something. Yo, it's all rolled together.
It does. No, it don't. No. December 25th is Christmas.
Okay.
January 3rd is my birthday. Neither shall the two meet.
So,
Give my gifts.
If we were in an office and I had to do a Secret Santa, what would be a good gift to get Tony under $20? What's a good Tony gift?
Ooh, I would have to let you decide that. Because listen, here's the thing. The best gift for me is a thoughtful gift. Like I like someone who thinks they know me or knows me, and they get me a very thoughtful gift. Like I don't want to tell you what to get me. I'd rather you like show me what you would get me.
I mean, I think I don't want to speak for everyone, but I think the majority of people want a thoughtful gift, not like, oh, I got you some raises, but like I don't know, like in your mind's eye, because for me the standard, not for me, the standard is if you don't know anybody, Starbucks gift card. But for a lot of people who hate gift cards because it's basically cash, like what would be a cheaper gift that you're like, oh, this is great, I love this. Crafts,
Food.
gift cards.
You give me a gift card to any of the several restaurants I frequent, and I will be fine. No, but like, okay, so I give you an example. So when I worked in corporate office life, we used to do Secret Santa. I love Secret Santa, and we would fill out these questionnaires. And so this one of the girls that I got, she loved Paris, right?
Well,
and I was like, okay, perfect. I said, I'm going to create a gift that allows her to spend a day in Paris. So I got like all these separate gifts, and each one had a note that explains like why she needed this gift. So I told her, here's the context, like this is a day in Paris for you. And I was like, the first thing you have to do is look the part. So she opened gift number 1, and it had like a little beret and a scarf. And then I said, then you have to take a look at the sights. And there was a book of Paris, like a picture book of like all the sights of Paris. And then I said, you should reward yourself by having like a French pastry. And so I got her a gift certificate to a local French restaurant to get a pastry. And then I said, last but not least, no trip is complete without souvenirs. And then I got her like these little Eiffel Towers. That's thoughtful.
oh, that's crazy thoughtful.
And
That's
pepper.
yeah.
And I loved it.
But that is definitely platinum standard because there's a lot of office that are Secret Santas. You're like, oh damn, I got George. This dude, I don't really get him.
Well, yeah, but then like, George filled out something, and I mean, if he just has like gift card, then like boo. But like, if he's like, I like books, or I enjoy you think of like, how can you make that a little more special than just like buying something off the list?
You know what? Thoughtful gifts are great. I can't lie about that. Dylan Matthews says something interesting. He says, I don't accept texts or phone calls before or after my birthday. I am ruthless.
That's just rude.
Is there a window for your birthday? Can people have a grace period before you're like, no, you're late?
January 1st through 31st.
The entire month. You
have the entire month to wish me happy birthday, get my gift, take me out, whatever. February 1st, you are late.
Well, damn. But what is there a late fee? I don't know.
There's not a late fee. There's just a side eye, and nobody wants the Tony Moore side eye.
No, I was getting side eye backstage, and I was mad with him. So between all your shows and your content and stuff, I always want to know your mix of like work and downtime, right? Because some people that stack things all day and take a couple days off, 4-day work week. People that kind of sprinkle in their work. Like, what do you do to relax? How do you squeeze time in for yourself during the week?
That's tough because that requires me to put my phone down and just focus. And I don't think I'm capable of doing that. Like I'm consistently always looking at my phone. I'm always thinking of like, stuff that I have to do. I don't know. I I think there's always a moment where I kind of go, you know what? Let's just, if it's when I'm getting frustrated or I'm easily irritable or something like that, then I know I need to like take a break.
Bigger break's great. I do it too much myself. So let's talk about TikToks, as you call them.
It's a tickety-tock.
I don't have TikTok. Well, I have TikTok, but I deleted the app a
don't-
couple months ago.
Why? Are you one of the people that's like China's trying to get all my info?
My naval friend, that was the last straw. To be fair, my naval friend told me to do that. That was my last straw. But like, even go into it, I didn't know what to put on it. I don't dance. I don't do stand up. I don't do sketches. I don't do the James Law. Here's some good advice because I have none. Right? What am I going to put on this platform? So I was like, so it was in my calendar, like make TikTok, and I was like, next week I ain't doing that. So I just got rid of it. But you're on it. But I get the Facebook reposts or the Instagram reposts. I've seen you dance. I've seen you wear the wigs. What is in the process of the TikTok expression from Tony Moore?
It's whatever I feel. So I will, because I'm always looking through TikTok. Like sometimes it's the thing that I do before I go to bed. And if there's like a sound or something that I like, I'll save it so that I can like make a video for it later. The only thing that I have done that's like my own creation is I use the instrumental of "Do You Know Where You're Going To" from Mahogany by Diana Ross. Yeah. And it's usually a very like passive aggressive like thing. So like, because
you gotta play 7 seconds or less before we get copyright striked.
Oh no, I won't play it. I just will read one. So hold on, because there's one that I feel like is
don't get me canceled.
Really, oh no, I won't get you canceled. So I said a friend just started an OF page, and if you don't know what OF is, then like think about it, and you'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. I said a friend just started an OF page. He complained that people are broke and don't want to pay $10 to subscribe. I reminded him, weren't you so broke that you started the page in the first place?
That's some stand-up right there.
They're all like little, just fun, like little thoughts.
Yeah. Do you spin a wheel, or is kind of like, I'm doing a wig today, I'm doing a dance today, I'm doing a sassy Tony today?
No, it's just like whatever I'm feeling. Like I have to feel it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to force myself to create stuff. Like I want to feel like I'm in it and this is going to be good. And, and when I'm doing stuff, like when I did the, from WAP, she says, which my wig make him feel like he cheating. And I was like, oh, I have wigs. And I was like, oh, I need a 6. And I realized I had 14. So I did it twice. But every time I did a take in a wig, I was laughing at myself because it was funny. And so that's how I knew. I was like, yes, this one's a good one. I mean, not everyone thought it was funny, but like I did. So I posted.
You still have 14 wigs?
I do still have 14 wigs.
Is it like in a giant bag? Is there a wig box? Like, what do you store? How do you even have so many wigs? Like,
I do not know how I have 14
it showed up one day.
Well, that was a surprise to me. Like I had a few, but I never knew that I had 14.
Yeah.
I have 2 bins. I'm sorry. I have 2 long bins and 2 small bins that are for costumes.
Okay.
That's all.
Costumes for this, or just costumes?
Just stuff that I've collected over the years. Oh, there you go. Ooh, Flobo, you froze on your own show.
You froze on my show. Who froze y'all? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments below.
I think Flobo froze.
I think you froze.
My Wi-Fi is up to date.
Oh, you trying to tell me that I'm not? Okay. All right. Continue. Come on my show, humiliate in front of national television. Say my Wi-Fi is whack.
Listen, first of all, you were not humiliated.
I was.
That part. You were not
so lucky I drank afterwards, man. But go ahead.
You were not humiliated.
I totally was, man. It's cool.
I'm awake for that. I'm awake for that line of questioning because I know that's coming. But anyway, it's just I just have stuff that like I've had to like dress up for like Halloween or something.
Something. My bad, y'all. I guess I froze. Continue. Yep. I take it back.
So yeah, it's just stuff I have from dressing up.
Do you? Because you also do it for your Halloween shows too and all that stuff as well.
Yeah, like if I host, well, my the office that I used to work in was really big on Halloween. So like they really did Halloween up. So I had stuff for that. And sometimes you just have to like, dress up for something, or you need a outfit or costume or something.
Fair enough. Jacob Downey, my camera is also 1080p. It's low light response. But question I have for you: this week or this past 7 days, you were on ET Canada, and it wasn't the first time. So I mean, that must be pretty cool to be able to be on Entertainment Tonight in a whole different country. Do you have a fan base there? Like, how did that work out?
I randomly got a DM from the host of ET Canada and was like, "Would you be interested?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I was familiar with ET Canada. Like I watched their videos, like on YouTube and stuff. And so it's a great opportunity. Like they talk entertainment news and hot topics and stuff. And so it's just great to lend my voice. And I have a really good time, just popping on and just talking and then logging off.
So they pull you from the Dish and Day side? Like, where is the expertise side? Because you do so many things. Like, what angle?
It was from Lounging with Tony, and
yeah,
he was just like, "Hey, would you be interested?" And I'm like, "Sure."
So Lounging with Tony's the OG show you've done, the one that was like
yes,
okay.
yeah.
I think I've asked you this question before, but of all the interviews you've had, one of the better ones you've had was with Raven Simone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I want to say better ones you said you liked. And I thought it was kind of funny because I interviewed Raven Simone this time last year, and it was the most awkward interview I've ever done. It was all on me. I'm not Miss Simone is a delight. She was amazing. It was at the party Byron Allen does for the Oscars, the viewing party. It's like a separate venue. And I was on the red carpet. I was with Jim Alexander from Real Talker, who's a friend of the show. And so Jim's the outlet. And Jim's like, "Hey man, you want to handle Raven? I'll give some reps in there." I'm like, "Red carpet? Oh boy." Now it's I said, "Oh boy," quote. It was raining at the time because it was all muddy and stuff because it's winter in LA. We don't have a winter, it rains. And I had a bit of the red carpet had gotten so wet, it sludged a bit. So when I went to go plant my foot to walk over the red carpet, my foot was like, and it stuck. And I almost tripped over the red velvet rope in front of Miss Simone. So I was like,
"Oh no.
Welcome." And so I think she thought I was being a comedy host.
Oh, like you were doing like a comedy bit.
Yeah, she was like, "How's it going?" So I totally, I was like, "No, give me a chance. It's me being a klutz." You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was kind of a cool loop there. But talk about Lounging with Tony. I mean, it's like one of your OG properties. It's still on YouTube now. You guys should check it out. Lounging with Tony. I mean, what does that mean to have that many views, that many interviews, all that in one space?
It was great because it came at a time where I had just started hosting and I wanted to create a show that honed in not only on my hosting skills, but also my love of pop culture and getting to know people. So I created Lounging with Tony and was very grateful for a lot of the great interviews that I had. I mean, like Raven Simone's interview was the interview that I felt like if someone asked, "What is Lounging with Tony?" I would say, go watch the Raven Simone interview. It's just two people who know each other talking, that, and it's like a friend dynamic rather than a host interviewee dynamic. You know what I mean? So that's the one. The one that I mean, I'm thankful for all of them, but the one that I was so happy, excited, just could not believe I had this opportunity to chat with her was Dawn Richard from Danity Kane, because I was a huge fan of Danity Kane, and I wanted to.
They were good for a while. Well, they were hot for a while, yeah.
Yeah, and I watched them on Making the Band. I bought the albums. I was a huge fan, and I always just wanted to sit down and find out what happened to the group, what happened post, like what were your thoughts and feelings and everything like that. And I had been after like tweeting and emailing and somehow it finally happened that Dawn was coming to have me interview her. And we interviewed in West Hollywood at the V Wine Room. And I remember she came in and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, like it's Dawn, like this is great." And it was another one of the most coolest, down to earth, just like free flowing like conversations that I've ever had. And it blew up because no one had heard from Danity Kane since the breakup. No one had any insight as to like what happened and everything like that. And suddenly there's me and Dawn, and like I'm seeing that MTV.com picked it up, Grape Juice picked it up, and then numbers were just and I was like, oh wow, this is great. Wish I was monetized. But it was a great interview, and she had told me, and this was actually another time that I realized I'm a certain host. She told me off camera that Danity Kane was getting back together.
Ooh.
I never told anyone that was happening. And because she told me that they were deciding as a group how to let everyone know that Danity Kane was coming back. And I respected that. And mind you, she's mic'd. I'm sure audio was running, everything. But I said, I don't want to be that type of host or journalist, because I don't want to take from them what they're trying to do. And so it was a few weeks later at the VMAs that they announced that they were coming back, and I just sat back like I knew that because I interviewed Dawn and she told me.
Wow.
So
restraint. The restraint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
check out Lounging with Tony on YouTube. A lot of good stuff in there. A lot of good interactions, and I guess you feel the warmth between you and your subjects.
nothing.
The warmth. But Tony, you ready to play a game, my sir? Are you ready to play?
I am. Wait, does that mean that we're not there's no more questions?
There could be questions at the end. Gotta make sure you do the game.
Okay, perfect. Because there's a certain line of questioning that I'm waiting for. So I'm just, this your show. Like I can come, like I get to be on the other side. So I'm just waiting.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's no more lines of questioning. Everything else would be questions from the chat if they have any. I am finished my line of questioning.
Okay, well then once we done playing the game, then I got questions.
Oh damn. We're out of time. See y'all next week. This is a new one. This is what I like to call color coded.
Excuse me?
Color coded, man.
I beg your pardon. Not during Black History Month.
It's
You will not, sir. You will not have a color coded game that I shall play during Black History Month.
Are you giving me a Shakespearean rebuttal? Let me finish my description, bro.
The audacity.
On Black History Month.
Martin Luther King Jr. did not have a dream for you to have me play a game called Color Coded. I'm just kidding.
I'm getting to the color, bruh. This game is called Color Coded. In this game, we're going to ask you some questions that are kind of, sort of related to a particular color. A couple days ago, I've asked you your favorite color, and you said blue, so blue will be the theme. Are you ready?
I think so.
Is blue black?
No.
Exactly. Question number 1. Black History Month. Question number 1. The Europop band Eiffel 65 had a hit that went, I'm blue. Ba-dee-dee-ba-bee-ba. What is Tony Moore's favorite dance song of the 90s?
Dance song of the 90s? Ooh. What was I dancing to in the 90s? It was something pop. Probably like a Britney.
You're a Britney guy.
Yeah, I was a Britney guy before a Beyonce guy.
Fair enough. No Christina Aguilera. No ex-Tina.
Not until Stripped Dirty.
Dirty. Or Red Man.
So it was either, I would say it was either like Hit Me Baby One More Time or Oops, I Did It Again. Was that 90s?
I think so.
Yes. Or How Many Licks by Lil' Kim.
Different kind of flavor, but I like it. Question 2. In the nation of Thailand, people associate Friday with the color blue. What does Tony Moore associate most with Fridays?
The weekend. It is time to just it's time to relax. Like, don't bother me. I am done. Like, where we going? Are we going on a trip? Like, no work. Is it a 4-day weekend?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Question 3. In the United States, the Blue Angels are a flight demonstration group of the U.S. Navy. If Tony Moore could jet to anywhere in the world, where would he go?
London.
Any reason why?
I want to see all the theater in London.
Oh, I actually saw Avenue Q there. It's the first time I saw it. It was pretty.
Oh, I know that. I feel like London's like New York when it comes to theater. Mm-hmm. So I would love to go and experience London, but also experience theater in London.
It's a different experience, but I do appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Some say it's even better in some ways, but and I'm from New York. Question number 4. Don't make your other co-hosts blue, but hands down, Tony Moore's favorite host he's ever worked with is who?
Tony Moore. I'm just kidding.
Moscato. No.
Who? I honestly can't pick just one, and I know James Lott Jr. got a lot of slack when he said this.
He got no slack. He got all flack. That's
all
what
right.
he got.
I will have to say there's 2, and because we all 3 of us have such great chemistry together, it's me, James Lott Jr., and Mark J. Freeman.
Ooh, and you guys don't work on a show together currently?
We don't. We were all on audition days. When Peter Ramos left, James came in and filled in for Peter. And just our chemistry and our dynamic is something that we didn't force. It just happened because we're all very high energy, but we're all individual types of high energy. Mm-hmm. And so just bringing it all together made this magical, fun time where, it was like 3 schoolgirls just kikiing about a show. So, yeah.
Can't relate. Question 5. 5 of 7, by the way. Question 5. Okay. Something old, something new, something borrowed. Does Tony Moore ever want to get married?
Absolutely.
That was kind of simple.
Yeah.
With a bullet. Bam.
Yeah. I actually, I don't have it on, but I bought a ring from Aldo a couple of months ago. And sometimes I wear it on my ring finger just so I can know what it's like. And it's also like a little prayer that hello, still looking.
Yeah. Well, you deserve to be loved, man.
I do. I told my friend that.
Well, I say no more. I get it. Yeah. The tone,
yeah.
I get it. I get exactly what you mean. Question 6. Mix vodka, lemonade, and curacao. You get a Blue Lagoon. But what is Tony Moore's favorite adult beverage?
Something fruity.
In general?
Yeah. Literally, that's how I order my drinks. When I go to the bar, I say, make something fruity with vodka, more fruit than vodka.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure bartenders hate that because they just want to know, what do you want to drink? But I'm more be creative. Just give me something fruity that includes vodka.
That's the worst. Tell a comic, tell me a joke.
Yeah. Well, and some people get it right. Some people do not. But I feel what?
Do you get mad and go, you guessed wrong?
No, I will bear it because it's what I asked for. I asked them to make me something fruity with vodka. They thought maybe this was great. And so sometimes I go, thank you. Gotcha. And it's my own fault because I should know what I want to drink, but I rarely drink. So
fair enough. No, I got you. If you order it, you're like, I'll just
deal with it. Because also apparently, why am I going to ask you to fix it when you didn't get it right the first time?
They may spit in it. And lastly, you may have heard of Blue Ivy's mom, live performer Beyonce Knowles Carter, but what has been Tony Moore's favorite live performance or concert he's ever attended?
Ooh. It would have to be. It's really a toss between Britney and Beyonce. I liked Britney's Dream Within a Dream tour back in the day. And also her Onyx tour. I loved Beyonce's Mrs. Carter tour. So it's those 3.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's color coded. No African
Excuse
Americans were
me?
harmed. So we got 5 minutes, man. I'm open for your line of questioning, but Lord knows I might regret this.
No. Let's talk about earlier today, shall we?
Okay, I went for a run. You know, I stretched out a bit, a couple sit-ups. Call my mama as you should. I had Green Chef delivered to the house and made that.
No.
And,
We're talking about your soul-crushing experience on Mutual Friend today.
Mutual Friend, a segment of More Please, the premier daytime talk show by Tony Moore. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. So does half the people in this room.
I thought we were going to do this after the show. You do this now? All right, ask a question, man. Go ahead.
No, you tell me. Like, how did you? You said you were. How? What were your thoughts, sir?
My thought was I was helping out a friend because Tony Moore asked me.
No. This is.
How you gonna tell me my thoughts?
Hours. No, because I want the real thought. I don't want we're in a live thing.
I'm getting there, man.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie on my own show. Come on.
You might. I don't know. I don't know your show.
It's integrity. You don't know my show. It's been on for 34 weeks, Tony Moore. Watch an episode.
I mean, the episode. No, I don't want to set myself up for that. Go ahead.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So I was helping out a friend. So yeah, I was nervous on a general thing because you don't know who this friend is. A lot of different computations and permutations. What if you're chosen, it doesn't work out? What if you win, but you're not vibing? What if you are vibing, you're not chosen? And I made the mistake to tell a couple of my boys, because on Sunday nights we kind of play games together. I was like, yeah, I'm helping my buddy out in the show because those of you who don't know, Tony on our Facebook page did a plea out over the weekend. So I shared it.
I've done several pleas. I'm gonna talk about this on Tony and Friends on my Instagram Live at Lounging with Tony this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And see, this is why Tony Moore is he's promoting his shows, man. This is how Flobo works out.
Learn that for James Lott Jr.
We're all James Lott Jr. So there's only one. Okay, so
it's cheap.
Don't get me in trouble. Okay. So going into it, I was like, man, I'm nervous on that level. Now I got friends watching it. And then this morning, Tony was like, share the show. And I was like, right, I'm supposed to do that. So as the day went on, I was getting a little bit more nervous because again, you don't know what to expect. And so
why you were nervous because you didn't know what to expect?
Because one, it's an unknown concept. I've never been on a dating show before. I've been single for over a year, and people have slid in my DMs, but I'm kind of weird that way. Like, I like to talk to someone first, but this is so truncated. I'm not saying that this is going to be like, thanks for being on the show, the chapel is that way. But it's so hard to get me distilled in such a short space of time. And to me, that's exactly what happened. This is why it was frustrating, because the questions I got are not questions you do on a first date. You don't go like, how do you define love? You don't go, what is your thoughts on spirituality when your opponents are getting, what's a book you read? It's like, what? So I'm going deep. And then I felt like, again, I'm a performer, I'm a comic, I'm a comedian. So artists turning on me is usually like, oh, wow, that joke was bad. Oh, wow, you carrying that mic was bad. Not, this guy's a buster. Why you got a donut? This guy's voice is terrible. This was a whole new experience. This is going to be the virtual future now of having real feedback in time. Now, I've been on streams before where I suck. I can sit back and be like, and use my instrument and say, hey, man, whatever. This is me fighting back. But I had to take it because I was on a show. And so, as it went on, I saw Kim, very nice lady, very succinct. That's what she wants. Vibing with someone while I'm on the show, like, he's already picking this dude. Why am I still here? Can we wrap this up? Because I feel like drinking right now. And because you can tell when a connection happens. Love is a bunch of chemical reactions, and it was happening right there. And so I was limited. Granted, there was some people that fought for me. I appreciate the vibe. I appreciate I was able to help you out. But I walked out there like, man, I got rejected in a way where I had no control. And I think that's what it is. Now, you can sit there and say, well, why you have to have control? Well, because usually when you're into an uncharted territory, like being selected, you want to say, I shot my shot and it missed. Not, well, I got some bad questions, I missed. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what happened. Hey, Charlene, what's up?
Interesting perspective. But it was knowing her and what she said. She was very genuine when she was like, it's actually a really hard decision. Because she really felt first of all, she enjoyed everybody. She's already like followed everybody on Instagram and everything like that. And she thought that you answered great. I thought your answers to the questions were great too. But she felt your nervousness. Wow. She's like she sensed that. And so it was kind of like, well, I mean, if I have to choose, you know, because this is a part of the thing, I'm going to go over here. But it's interesting because, like, as this was happening, like, as the questions and stuff were happening, and you're watching the vibe and everything like that, it's almost like you gave up on yourself. Because you were so, like, in your head about it, thinking, like, oh, this is not, like, I'm getting rejected. Oh, my gosh, she's vibing with this other person and all this kind of stuff. And, like, you've been nervous about it the whole time. Like, you just kind of were like, well, you know, I'm pretty sure there's so much going on. You're trying to interact and do this thing. You're reading the stuff in the comments and all that kind of stuff. But it's like you simply just had to be Flobo, because I, Tony Moore, would not have asked you to do it if I didn't think, like I said earlier, you would be a great match for her. But I think sometimes we get in our own way and we think about things that, like, you just show up and just answer the questions. Like, who cares what the question? The question could have been, what type of pizza toppings would you be if you were a pizza? Like, is that any better of a question? But you know what? You answer it in the way that presents who you are as a person. I have learned a lot during this past few weeks, trying to find single straight men. And I will say, after having done this, I no longer want to date because men are interesting. I will just say that. And I feel like it's so much of a, I don't want to say ego thing, but there's something that men, straight men in particular, have about putting themselves in this situation that makes them automatically feel like, I don't know, if they're not in control, or they don't want to be looked at in a certain way, or they don't want to be vulnerable. There's all this stuff when you just simply just have to be you. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, it's no reflection on, like, whether you're a good person or not, because you're great. Again, I wouldn't have asked you if I didn't think you would connect with her. But it's just been very interesting to hear, like, the straight male's point of view when it came to this particular setting. That is all.
There's some generalizations there, but we're out of time. Tony Moore, tell the world we can listen to your show.
That's it?
We're after no, you've made your generalizations. It's over an hour. Tell the world we can listen to More Please every Monday night on what channel?
Wait, what am I? Oh, More Please.
Put yourself over, man. Where can people find you and all that stuff?
More Please, Lounging with Tony on YouTube, all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony.
That's right. This is What's Up Flobo After Hours every Monday night at 10 p.m. Pacific. We'll be back here next week with Ariana Maddox from Vanderpump Rules is coming in. We have a band all the time talking about reality, the LA game, and all that stuff. But until next time, guess what? After Hours is closed.
The bed is still the land.